Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high. The USA's got a new president, and apparently markets are frickin' loving it, man. We got that to break down. Bitcoin strategic reserves, the implications of Trump being elected president, Doge on the move, even Ethereum saying, I'm not dead yet. Fantastic stuff. Let's get into it. So, first and foremost, he's back. The Donald is back, man. Oh, America. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is very interesting. Now, look, we're not going to get into all the nuances of the election, although shout out to the Pennsylvania Amish. Those guys came out, man, their horses and buggies, and probably carried Pennsylvania for Trump. Pretty interesting, as somebody who grew up in Pennsylvania long time ago, as a young boy back then. But I do remember the Amish cruising around in their carriages and stuff. Well, they showed up. They voted, man. Crazy stuff. Anyway, he's back. He's in. And that pushed Bitcoin up to a new all-time high price. Now, particularly about Pennsylvania, when it looked like Trump was going to take Pennsylvania, which basically was the nail in the coffin for the Harris campaign, of course, and basically the signal that Trump was going to be the next president, we saw Bitcoin right around that time break out to a new high price. Rallied a bit more today. We got up to $76,500. The weekly charts we're looking at here, and just beautiful stuff happening here. Beautiful stuff. Let's just point out a few things that I love about the charts right now. So this RSI downtrend. So we got RSI up to 88 back in March at 74K. Since then, we have been downtrending. We have just broken out of that downtrend, okay? So that's one thing to keep an eye on there. The other, of course, is the MACD. And MACD looking lovely-dovely. Look at that. 4 weeks now, we've had an uptrend for the MACD on the weekly. Bull cross happened back here in mid-October. We were talking about that. We talked about it many times. Okay, very, very powerful signal here for Bitcoin. Everybody's, it's not going to happen. It's happening. Deal with it, okay? Now, here's the thing to keep in mind. This is likely to kick off a major new uptrend right here through the end of the year and probably into Q1 potentially before, of course, we see the next rollover on the weekly MACD when we start getting wild readings again on the RSI, 80 plus on the weekly. When we start seeing this kind of happen, a little bit of a turning over, well, we might be seeing the end of, maybe this cycle, or at least this phase of the next phase of the cycle, right? Where we run from 75K now up to 150K, for example. Take a big fat correction for the summer of 2025 and then run it up again to 250K December next year and then nuke it down 70-80% for a bear market again, because that's what happens. Anyway, very exciting, beautiful charts. And of course, the weekly breakout looking fantastic as well. Of course, we broke the downtrend here, consolidated for 4 weeks above the downtrend line, blasted higher, even coming back down one final time to retest that around 66K the other day, which if you were listening last week, I was saying that's probably the area you want to look for. That's the exact area where we came down to test that support. What a great place to open up along, by the way, if you were paying attention. Now, of course, the price of Bitcoin gunning higher, breaking out to new highs. Now, all-time high breakouts are usually not something you want to fade. Usually, once this happens, the price of Bitcoin just starts rocketing, man. Ali's saying historically, Bitcoin has reached market tops roughly 8 to 12 months after achieving a monthly close above its previous all-time high. If this pattern continues, the next potential market top for Bitcoin could occur between July and November 2025. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. We're entering the last phase of this cycle now. The stock market's also loving what they saw. The S&P 500, new all-time high after coming down here to support. Everybody getting all bearish on stocks at support, blasting higher again. Classic. Investors love Trump. Investors are bullish on a Trump presidency. And I know, look, hey, condolences to all the Harris supporters out there. But the fact of the matter is, people investing money in the markets largely look at a Trump victory as being very positive for the markets, and I tend to agree. The Dow Jones jumped 1,500 points Largest post-election gain in over a century. Big moves happening here. And of course, don't forget, guys, we have the Fed cuts coming in just a few hours, where Jerome Powell probably going to announce a 25 basis point cut, potentially a 50 basis point cut because of the really bad jobs data that came in the other week. We shall see. We shall see. By the time you're watching this, might even have that Fed data, but coming pretty soon. Just more fuel for the fire, guys. Rates going lower, money's cheaper to borrow. And of course, people in bonds are going to have to start looking elsewhere for gains. They're going to have to come back big time into stocks. James Lavish here pointing gold down 3% today. Investors now see decreasing chance of world war, and a geopolitical de-risking of markets is currently underway. That's right. Trump promising to bring peace to the world. So that's fantastic. We all love peace. Peace is good. Guys, if you're a cryptocurrency trader, you got yourself an account over on Bybit. Best damn place to be trading crypto. No UK, no USA, at least not right now. Maybe you guys will get some better regulations in the not so distant future. Allow you to trade with everybody else in the world again. Anyway, if you want to get yourself a free $500 trading position, here's what you need to do, okay? First, use the link down below in the description to get signed up. It's going to bring you over to Bybit. Start your account, deposit $100 or more, and you're going to get a free $500 trade. That's going to be denominated in Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana or Pepe or a few other different coins. You get to choose which coin you want to have. And then from that $500 position, you keep any profits that you make. Pretty damn good deal, right? Go check it out. Okay, so Trump's in. What's it mean for Bitcoin? Well, possible Bitcoin strategic reserve. More on that in a second, because that's insane, by the way. Gary Gensler is going to be out. This is going to end the SEC's war on crypto. We're going to get a positive SEC chief. This is going to be a very positive thing. We're very excited about that. Screw Gary Gensler and his terrible SEC and his just war on crypto. It's been going on for years. So fantastic news. I hope we get a really positive person. And of course, that's going to bring up XRP, Solana, and Litecoin ETFs. All of those three altcoins currently have applications in for ETF products, and they're not going to get approved until we get a new SEC head, which is exactly what we're going to get. Gary Gensler probably going to resign in the next month or two before Trump gets into office, because otherwise he's just going to get fired. Okay? Trump said, fire Gary Gensler day one. That's happening. Gary's out, a new person's going to be in. It's going to be a new era for cryptocurrencies in America. It's going to open up USA for crypto business and allow America to really do what it should have always done, which is to cement itself as the global leader in crypto. Okay? So much of the world's crypto protocols and developers and exchanges and money and investors, all that kind of stuff comes out of America. It's just been a travesty the way that the USA has been approaching this for the last 4 years in particular. We're also going to see the end of Operation Choke Point 2.0, in case you don't know what that is. That was basically the Biden administration putting pressure through backdoors on banks to debank crypto companies. They crushed crypto-friendly banks back in the bank crash of 2023. All this stuff, okay? We have some other stuff. Ross Ulbricht might finally get free. He's the Silk Road guy from back in the day. They put him away for basically running a website. We could see an end on tax for spending Bitcoin. I know that's been mentioned. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but if we can get the Bitcoin strategic reserve, honestly, none of else, the other stuff really matters. Plus, we get a new SEC head that's pro-crypto. I mean, golden bull run stuff here, guys. Absolute craziness. Over 250 pro-crypto candidates got elected to Congress in this election. Very exciting. Unfortunately, Elizabeth Warren's still in, but we did get rid of that Sherrod Brown guy over in Ohio, who was basically the key stormtrooper in pushing forward Operation 2.0, Choke Point 2.0, and trying to crush the crypto industry in the United States. So good riddance to that guy. This is a lot of crypto money that was spent on this election, okay? Hundreds of millions of dollars of pro-crypto PAC money flooded into the election. It was a very important issue and got massive industry support. Bitcoin ETFs seeing another big flow day, $620 million in total net inflows yesterday. Market showing again, they love the Trump victory. We did have de-risking in going into the election. So basically the $620 million of inflows, as you can see here, essentially is a wash with the last 3 days of outflows as people kind of sold Bitcoin, said, I don't know, let's wait until after the election. Still, though, a big inflow day. You cannot argue that point. Now, Senator Cynthia Loomis, she has proposed the bill for the USA to acquire 200,000 Bitcoin annually for 5 years, totaling up to 1 million Bitcoin. Now, Trump has talked about a Bitcoin strategic reserve. He's proposed, well, we should just keep the Bitcoin that we have. Let's not sell our Bitcoin. But if they really do this, and this is a big if, okay? I mean, there's a lot of other things government can spend the money on besides Bitcoin, but if the United States government really does truly try to buy 1 million Bitcoin, that's almost 60 or 70% of what is left to be mined, for perspective here, then no one's bullish enough. They're buying, 500 Bitcoin a day every single day for the next 5 years or something like that? Come on, man. These are some crazy numbers here. If this really happens, no one's bullish enough. And you know what? It's funny because MicroStrategy over here, they're going to spend $10 billion next year buying some Bitcoin. You know what? The U.S. government is looking at you, dog, and being like, your size is not size, son. We're going to buy 1 million Bitcoin. I know, Saylor's well on his way there, right? He's got 150,000 up to 200,000 or something like that. I think they're over 200,000 now. I'm not keeping track of the exact number of Bitcoin that Michael Saylor's got, but they got a lot. I think they have about 1% of the supply currently. But America's going to buy more, Michael. You better get stacking, man, because Uncle Sam's coming to stack. And he stacks hard because he can print the money. Oh, man. But seriously, MicroStrategy's current plan is to buy $10 billion worth of Bitcoin next year. Come on. The Microsoft shareholder meeting is in a month's time where they're going to decide if they're going to start buying Bitcoin or not. All they need to do is take $10 billion and buy some Bitcoin, which is probably like 2 or 3% of their total cash holdings. Crazy things are afoot, my friends. Bitcoin dominance could be topping out in the short term, according to Crypto Bullet. Bitcoin dominance printing the second TD9 sequential sell on the 2-week time frame this cycle. Last time that happened was back here, which is very interesting. We can see the same pattern repeating itself over and over again, no matter which direction Bitcoin dominance is moving in general. We can also see back here TD9 in the middle kind of the run there. Perhaps we will see Bitcoin dominance top out a little bit and altcoins get a lot more attention as people go heavier into risk. Coinbase app, Patrick here pointing out, Coinbase app ranking soars by 200 spots in one day. Everybody woke up in America and says, shit, I need to download Coinbase and buy some Bitcoin. Apparently, geez Louise, it surged from number 355 of all apps up to 155. Now, if it gets into the top 10, that's probably a short term at least sell signal. And certainly near the end of the cycle, you're going to want to see, top signaling kind of stuff where Coinbase and Crypto.com, they're top 10 of all app downloads on the day. Very exciting stuff. Andrew Kang, Doge has been the best performing mid-large cap the last 3 weeks. If Trump wins, well, he did win it should continue. I genuinely hope that we see a Department of Government Efficiency, which is the thing that Elon Musk has been talking about, the Doge Department. The Doge Department, basically nonstop Dogecoin shilling. Elon Musk now influencing the 47th president. Doge could be primed for a wild ride, says Ali. Indeed. Look at this Dogecoin chart. What a thing of beauty, man. Now, we charted this out in the newsletter from down here around 10 cents, targeting up to our first take profit target of 17 cents, second take profit target around 22 cents, which is approximately where we stopped out on this run so far. But look, overall, this is the weekly time frame. Dogecoin looking beautiful. MACD uptrend. Bull cross happened right down here under the zero line. That's a powerful signal. What we need to see now for Dogecoin. Okay, and by the way, sign up to the newsletter. If you're not signed up yet, it's absolutely awesome. I love it. More on that in a second. But this is a beautiful move right now for Dogecoin. The next trade, in my opinion, here is crack over 22 cents, start busting up for new yearly highs, and then to re-challenge previous all-time highs, which were like 70, 80 cents or something like that. Or if we see a move back down here to 17 or even 14 cents, could be a good time to either spot stack or enter into a long position on those, okay? In fact, the market is so bullish right now that even Ethereum, the most cucked asset in crypto right now, is actually doing something. I can't believe it. I looked at my Ethereum bags, I was like, holy shit, they're actually up 10% in a day. What's happened, man? Did Vitalik get a new girlfriend or something? I don't know, but it's pretty interesting. Obviously, market, again, going very risk on. We've talked a lot about Ethereum here in particular. Now, we are looking at the potential for a MACD weekly bull cross. Has not confirmed. We still have 3 days on the week for that to confirm. Price could still retrace and unconfirm what we're potentially seeing here as a confirmation coming through. You can really zoom in right there, and you can see it's just so borderline right now. Look at this. Look at this. I'm just going to get right in there. Look at that. Look how close it is. Look how close it is. But no cigar, okay? You know what they say, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Don't know why people play horseshoes. Hand grenades I get. Horseshoes, I don't know. Anyway, $2,800. This is the key line of control right now for Ethereum. You get above this orange line. I know we're at 2820 or something right now, right? But if you can start closing a weekly candle up here above $2,800, I think things get pretty interesting pretty quickly for Ethereum. And I know it's like this super hated asset right now, but it's also the second biggest asset in crypto. How hated can it really be, guys? Come on. When we finally break above $2,800 with some real conviction, like a decent weekly candle, not like, you know, $2,801 or something, like actual conviction, actual decisiveness from the market, that price starts to run up to a retest, at least at the previous highs, around $4,800 to $5,000 for Ethereum, and of course the breakout to a new high at $10,000, maybe even $15,000 for a cycle peak. By the way, guys, if you're not signed up to newsletter, you get signed up to our best damn newsletter in the cryptocurrency business. You'll love it. Seriously, 145,000 people a week read this bad boy, getting the latest on altcoins, DeFi, airdrops, meme coins, and much more. Link down below in the description where you can get signed up for free. Go check it out. It's super awesome. You'll love it. Seriously, check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back in the next one. Peace.